Noisy Pixel. What's up, nerds, and welcome to episode 61 of the Noisy Pixel podcast. Here where we talk about ourselves and also about games sometimes, most of the time. I'm your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today, Jake Yoder.
Hello.
Hey, Jake, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm alive.
That's good. That's all that matters, really. In the big scheme of things, I mean, if you weren't alive, you wouldn't be here.
That's true.
So it's kind of self-explanatory, really.
We have Madison Berge here.
Hey!
How are you doing today?
I've been a bit tired lately, but I'm doing perfectly fine, honestly.
It's really hot. I know I said that last week.
Oh, is it?
But I'm going to say it again. It's hot. I hate summer, guys. If there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that I hate the heat. I'm a winter boy at heart.
Fair. The winter's pretty cool. Oh, no pun intended. Sorry.
It's disgusting.
No, seriously, that wasn't intended. I'm so sorry.
Well, thank you for listening to the Noisy Pixel podcast. If we're recorded every week, posted to Apple, Spotify. What else are we on? YouTube. Let's get in, Jake, to what we're playing. And
I thought for a second you were like doing the outro already.
I was thinking about it.
So did I.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, that was really short.
I was going to say, you said it was going to be short, but that was like
yeah, I was almost impressed.
So I backpedaled, got back on track, and now we're here. Here. Well, actually, let's talk about this morning. Unless you guys really have a game that you need to talk about, which I don't think we do. Let's talk about this Xbox Series X event where they made a few announcements, and I'll go through them and kind of we'll just say our first impressions of it. They opened up the show with this one-man developed indie game from publisher Playism called Bright Memory Infinite. It's available now on PC. It's super janky on PC, but on PC it's just called Bright Memory. And then once Playism kind of got on as publisher, they gave him a bunch of money, right? And then so he's like, well, it's going to be like another year before I release the good stuff. Let me just release this crappy version on PC and then do this infinite version with all this extra money that I have from this publisher to put out as Bright Memory Infinite on console and then as an upgrade to the PC version. It's pretty smart, if you ask me, because, I mean, if you buy it now on PC, it upgrades for free. But he didn't have he was developing it by himself for the longest time, like no publisher. So that was cool that Xbox opened up with it.
Yeah, when did it come out? When did it come out on PC?
Like a month ago.
Interesting. Yeah, that trailer, I was like, what is this? Because I was like, is this cyberpunk? Is this like what's happening? Because it, I don't know, it looked like futuristic, but also like Japanese. And
yeah,
that's weird to hear that it's already out on PC.
Yeah. It's the Bright Memory version of it, but Infinite is like I think they're counting it as a sequel, but they announced it the day that the game released on PC. They're like, you can play this game, but honestly, you should wait.
So it's kind of like a pre-release version, really.
Yeah, but it was in early access before, so I've just
early access too.
Yeah, I've been following it for a little while, so I kind of knew what it was when I saw it, but on PC, anyway, that was cool. So it's coming to Xbox Series X. All of these games actually are, which is very cool.
And we can assume that pretty much all of these are also going to be coming to PS5, ? Because they didn't say any of these were exclusive.
Some of them are.
Oh, really?
Well, exclusive in the sense to console, but they're all coming to PC.
Okay. Yeah, because now pretty much every Xbox exclusive is PC also, because it comes to Windows 10.
Yeah. But. So next up we have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Oh yeah, I've vaguely heard of this. I don't know much, honestly.
Yeah, this is a nerdy like RPG game.
Yeah.
I'd heard about this before, but I've never seen it. I know nothing about the first game, and I really hadn't heard anything about the second game. But the trailer looked really good. Like it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like an action RPG, and I don't know. You use like different supernatural abilities. I didn't play the first one, but I know people love this like lore of this game. But yeah, it looks super double A. Like I hate using that term, but when you look at it, you're like, oh, those character models look pretty double A.
Yeah, I was thinking that too with the trailer. I remember seeing it, and sometimes it would get close to the characters, and I was like, they're showing this as a next gen game. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, I kind of think that some of the best like tabletop RPG to video game sort of conversions are often double A because it lets them focus more on like more expansive stuff rather than fine tuning the graphics. So I don't necessarily mind so much.
And I prefer that. In the big scheme of things, I prefer gameplay over visuals. But yeah, they were just kind of forcing it on you a little bit to where it was noticeable, like the party scene or whatever. I was like, ooh, like you want to show these. I mean, the game looks great. What am I saying? Like, looks good. It got me interested in the series, so we'll definitely be following it more in the future. They also announced Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's. I think that one's also coming to PS5. I think that got confirmed.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely. So when they started showing that, I was like, yo, because I love the Yakuza games so much.
It's coming to Xbox Series X, and it's going to be a launch title. Is this a game that you'd pick up for Xbox Series X as a launch title game?
Oh, yeah.
I'm honestly a bit skeptical about Like a Dragon because it's going from the brawling style of the previous games to a turn-based combat system.
Mm-hmm.
And while a lot of people have been looking at previews of like the crazy summon moves you can do, all I keep thinking of like, okay, what's that going to look like the 10th time you do the summon and you've seen the animation before? Like, I'm worried it won't be as engaging because it's a bit more stiff than the brawler style.
Yeah, but if you're saying that, you could say the same thing about the brawler too, because like you use the same moves over and over again in like Judgment and the Yakuza games. Like I like whenever I play those, like every time you pick up a bike and you do the like super finish on them, it's the exact same thing. And to me, I still think it looks amazing.
And once they did the Kiwami engine, they just kind of built everything off of that, and everything was pretty much the same in all those remakes. So yeah, I mean.
What I really like about the Yakuza games is not only the gameplay, but also just the like insane story. Like it's somehow simultaneously like super serious and also goofy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, at the same time, I love it so much.
Even if I'm skeptical about the gameplay, I know for sure they're probably not going to drop the ball on the story. I saw like a preview cutscene, and it was something involving a foreigner trying to ask for directions, and it gets goofy. It's really great.
I don't think enough people talk about Judgment, to be honest.
Judgment was so good.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Judgment.
Yeah, like nobody like it came and then it kind of left. Like it was really good though. It was really interesting. Okay, well, moving on. Bloomer Team, I think that's their name. Bloober Team announced that their newest game will be called The Medium. These guys did Blair Witch, and they also did some other spooky game, but all I can think of is Blair Witch at the time. But anyway, it's like a psychological horror where they created these two different worlds, and this medium, by the name of the game, she can solve puzzles in one, or solve mystery in one world, and then use the other world to kind of progress further, but each of them look very scary, so I'm interested to see what happens from this game. Again, on the AA, Bloober Team, they do their AA pretty well. I mean, if you played Blair Witch, you're just like, ugh, like this game's kind of. I don't know what it is. It might be an Unreal Engine thing where it's kind of shiny and like.
Yeah, I think that is because of Unreal Engine, that sort of just what it looks like.
Kind of smooth, like the textures are kind of bad. I don't know. But hey, if it gets people making games, I mean, I can't do it, so what the hell am I? But I'll play the damn thing.
I mean, I'm definitely interested in it because I didn't play Blair Witch, but I wanted to, and I heard it was really good. But I don't know. With horror games, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like I tend to lean towards more like Resident Evil, like games like that, where like it's a horror game, but you can still like fight back a little bit. Playing games like Outlast, I don't know. It's like when you have like no power and it's like just hide and run. It's like it's a bit too much for me.
Yeah, I couldn't play Outlast in VR. Like I couldn't.
There's a VR version of that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Couldn't do it.
I don't like horror games at all. It's way too much for me.
But yeah, so we'll see what comes of that game. They did a good job on Blair Witch, though. If you ever get a chance to play it, I would play it. You could probably beat it in a night or a weekend, and then never return to it again. Bandai Namco might have announced an Xbox exclusive with their newest game, Scarlet Nexus. So this is in development for Xbox One and Xbox Series X. And I did the thing where I go to the website and I check the little logos at the bottom. And for sure, this is only coming to Xbox for right now because there's no PlayStation logo down there. This is clearly built off of the God Eater engine. The trailer is so funny. Have you guys watched it?
Yeah.
I missed all the trailers. I was asleep.
I think it looks fun.
Again,
neat.
My name is Yalto Sumeragi, and I have the power of kinesis, or psychokinesis. Fucking nerd. It's like Saturday morning English dub. Like
I don't know, man. I was just sitting there watching the presentation, like, okay, all these games look fine, and then this showed up, and it was like, okay, what is this? And then like that anime motherfucker like caught on screen, and I was like, yo, anime.
It's like Devil May Cry. It's like Devil May Cry action. Like it looks flashy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad complaint to have, having a bit of cheesy Saturday morning anime style. I think that would be really enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm not down to like talk down on like dubs or anything. Like I normally prefer them because it allows me to do two separate things at once, like check my email while a cutscene is going. But when it's all Japanese, I have to like read it, I have to actually do something.
It really depends on the game for me because like, for instance, I don't know. I know, Madison, you're like really big into Xenoblade. And when I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I could not do the dub. The dub was so bad in my opinion.
Dude,
I hated the dub.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a shame because the Xenoblade 2 dub is definitely lacking, and I think it turns a lot of people off the story pretty early on. Even though I like the ending is apparently really good, I don't have the game. I decided not to get it.
They
wow.
Like no, but the reason why I like that dub is only for the more emotional parts. Because when he gets like really yelly, or when someone's like crying, it sounds so. They did such a good job. I don't even care.
I don't know. All the yelling parts are what I hated. All the fights, like, it's so bad. They were just like,
yeah.
The only thing that I hated about that game was the frame rate. Jesus Christ,
I don't know, man.
That frame rate was terrible. But I loved the game.
Most of the time, I try and play games in whatever their native language is, unless I know the dub is really good. So, like all the Yakuza games, like I couldn't. Some of them have like English dubs. Like Judgment has an English dub, and it's like,
does it? Wow.
Yeah, it does. I think it defaults to Japanese, or at least I chose Japanese because I was like, I can't play this in English.
The only advantage of the first game's English dub on PS2 is that Mark Hamill is Majima, which is just really perfect casting.
Really?
Yeah. Mark Hamill is Majima. It's so good.
I had no idea. Oh man. But then so for instance, for games like Fire Emblem, even though that's a Japanese game, for some reason I played Three Houses in English, and because I think the English dub is really good for that game. So I guess
it fits for Fire Emblem with the whole European fantasy style.
Right.
Not to mention, not all the games have a Japanese dub available, so you might as well just stick to English.
Yeah. So I guess that's all to say. It really just depends on the game for me.
I really liked like Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Those dubs are really good. I usually play dub when I can. You know who's also been doing good at, I know you guys probably don't play these games, but Idea Factory International has been putting out really good dubs of their games.
Really?
Yeah, like Death End Request was probably one of the better ones that I've played.
Was there a dub for the new Azure Lane game?
No.
Was that game dub? Okay.
No.
Because that's the last Idea Factory game that I played, and I was like, I remember that being Japanese.
Did you like it?
No. I mean, I think I gave it, I don't know, I reviewed it for the Daily Beacon. I gave it like a 6 or something, or a 7.
Yeah, that's
it was
good.
like, it was very mindless.
It's good for what it likes to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I was really excited for it beforehand. I mean, not like really excited, but I saw like trailers and I was like, oh, this could be neat. And then it just,
Yeah. It reminds me of like a 3D Toho game, and it's like, man, I'd rather just be playing a 3D Toho game.
Yeah, exactly. It felt more visual novel-y than video gamey to me.
Yeah, it was very much a visual novel, and that's why. In fact, if you're looking for like an Azure Lane lore, then this is what you're getting. But it's definitely a visual novel.
Right. Well, that was a tangent.
So next up, Deep Silver announced this game called Chorus, and it's a narrative-driven space combat shooter where this woman named Nara has a kind of relationship with a sentient ship named Forsaken, and together they fly through the space, and they shoot down people, and they're trying to build this resistance up against this like galactic empire. It's very Star Warsy, you know. But yeah, you fight in like zero-G dogfights and stuff like that, and there's like hub planets that you can go to. I don't like the name.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to pronounce it when I first saw the trailer.
It's like they try to do that churches thing where they put the V.
Yeah.
Like, what is this, churches or so?
I don't know. I think it looks neat though. I'm always looking for more like dogfighty like games, you know, like playing games.
In the beginning of the trailer, if you watch it, it looks like Death Stranding meets Control.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dog fighting comes. I mean, 'cause she's like crying. That's why I got the Death Stranding, and like the stupid set pieces look like Control. Or like,
yeah.
The plot summary sounds really cool. I kind of want to keep my eyes on that one.
It looks beautiful. I love space games and I love space shooters. And I mean, have you guys ever seen that new game, that movie with Brad Pitt, where he goes into space?
Interstellar?
No, that's
no.
Ad
Astra.
Ad Astra.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Dude, like think about like that in like a video game though. Like
that would be really cool.
I just want to be in space, dude. Like I want to be.
Ad Astra is such a strange movie because I don't know. It's like you go in expecting one thing, or at least I did. I went in kind of expecting Interstellar, and it's just very not Interstellar. You know, it's like it's just Brad Pitt floating around being sad about his dad in space for like 2 hours, which is good. Like I really enjoyed it at least, but it's definitely a weird movie.
Someone should have made a game based off this movie, because like that would be a good like one of those walking simulators.
I was gonna say if there was a video game based on it, it would be a walking simulator.
But I just want to be in space, you know. But like next gen space, every year or every generation, space games get better.
You know, this game kind of reminded me of and either you guys play Starlink Battle for Atlas?
Is that the Nintendo Switch game?
Well, it's kind of a Nintendo Switch game. It was on all consoles, but it was like Ubisoft's like super late attempt to do toys to life.
Yeah.
And everybody sees it as a Nintendo Switch game because the Nintendo Switch version came with Star Fox and like an R-Wing and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I reviewed that way back in the day when it came out back in 2018. And it worked out well for me because the codes that Ubisoft sent out just had all of the characters and DLC just like on it. So I didn't have to buy anything. I just like had everything. And that was a really fun game that people completely slept on because you had to buy a million peripherals
And
Yeah, I mean,
figures.
everyone's not about that anymore.
Yeah, but
They
I mean,
spent it all on Spyro and those
Toys to Life was so weird.
that was definitely a crazy time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't believe Nintendo never made an amiibo game, like a true amiibo, like adventure game. Man, I would eat that up.
Dude, remember when people were like on amiibo dick, you know? Like what? Like, does that still happen? Do people still care?
I love amiibo.
Amiibo are great. I hope they continue it.
I bought one recently. I bought they had like a Dark Samus one come out, and I played Dark Samus in Smash.
Yeah.
I have him.
I probably have more amiibo than I need, which is 3. And 2 of them were pretty expensive because they were Fire Emblem amiibo for one certain game because I really wanted to get all the bonus content in that game. So I needed to unlock the bonus dungeons with those 2 amiibo.
Got some Animal Crossing amiibo right here.
Oh, awesome.
I bought when New Horizons
Did you get
came out.
Oh, not Amiibo Festival?
No, I slept on it. I was really dumb because I waited until when New Horizons was coming out, and then I bought all the amiibos after they like put all the prices back up on all of them. So I spent when I got these, I got lucky. I went into GameStop and they were $5 a piece. But then the next day they put them up to $10 a piece, even though back when I worked at GameStop, we had all of these for like $1 a piece because nobody wanted the Animal Crossing ones. And so I could have gotten like all of them for $1 a piece. And then I waited until the New Horizons hype. And now there are some that I still don't have. Like Timmy and Tommy are like $40. And like the Isabels are like $20 a piece.
Oh yeah, the Isabels are going to be really expensive. She's great.
Yeah. No,
wow,
I still
we were
like
talking
amiibo.
about Xbox.
Yeah, right. That chorus game reminded me of Starlink with the dog fighting, because that whole game is like just a Starfighter game.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for space games of the future.
Yeah,
and no load times. That sounds great.
Ooh, seamless.
Well, all Xbox Series X games and PS5 games should not have load times. Like that's the idea.
Yeah, that's like the new thing they're pushing for, I guess.
Yeah,
which is honestly really cool.
I feel like that's going to be the biggest way that we're going to be able to feel the generational jump. You know,
yeah,
with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like this generation was really short, so I'm glad there's like a big thing that'll make me feel, oh, okay, this is a new generation.
It really wasn't though, but the funny thing is, and you know what? This is why I like PlayStation, is when PS4 launched, I was still playing PS3 for about a year and a half after PS4 launched.
Yeah.
And when PS5 launches, you know you're going to still be playing. I mean, you'll probably be playing it on your PS5 if you can, but you'll probably still be getting PS4 games for another year and a half.
Yeah.
Xbox, on the other hand, you're not going to get any more Xbox One games in 2021. It's all going to go to Xbox Series X. And then even if it's a shitty port, everyone's just going to be porting their shitty little games to it. And then that's going to be that. And you can knock the Vita as much as you want, but the Vita
not going to knock the Vita.
The Vita's still getting games in 2020. And what's the 3DS getting this year? Nothing.
The Vita's still getting games?
That Utawa Remoro whatever game is coming out at the end of the month. Prelude to the Fallen coming out.
That's awesome. I love the Vita. It's such a shame, but
I mean, it's because the Vita is just so popular in Japan. You know?
I mean, Twin Breakers just came out like a month ago. Like you get games a lot for the Vita. There's it's good. It's good system. It's because East Asia Soft in Asia, they haven't capped the physical production of games, so East Asia Soft is still releasing physical games in Asia. Okay, so also announced, moving on, was a puzzled adventure called Call of the Sea, and it's a Raw Fury game. They're a good little indie publisher, and so this was fun to see one of their games in the lineup. Right now, this is only in development for Xbox and PC. It's about a woman. They didn't name her, but she's looking for her husband who went on an expedition, got lost, and now you're at this island and you're solving puzzles with her. That's about it.
It looks really cool. I really like the art style, and the story sounded cool.
Yeah. it has a Tarzan vibe to it, like the setting, like the yeah, I like these cute little games. I mean, I hope people like them too, because like, I mean, it's always so niche, right? Who wants an adventure puzzle game? Like, you've seen
I
one,
do.
you've seen them all. And it's like,
I love adventure puzzle games.
right? But then, like, you have to do stuff to stand out, and that's what it takes, really. And I think that colorful kind of vibe that this game has. I mean, we'll see more in the future. I don't know much about this game, Jake. Maybe you do, but Scorn was announced.
So when they started playing that trailer, I started freaking out because I was like, "Oh my god, it's an Alien game!" Because like it feels like it totally looks like, if you've seen like Prometheus, that whole setup completely looks like one of the like alien ships in Prometheus or in Alien Covenant or in any of, you know, the Alien movies. And I was like, "Oh, it's an Alien game! I'm so excited! They're gonna have some new Alien game." And then it just like wasn't. And I think like 75% through the trailer, I was like, "Wait, I don't think this is Alien." and so I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I mean, it looks creepy as hell and weird sci-fi horror. Maybe it's sci-fi. I don't know. It looks sci-fi to me.
It looks sci-fi. It's a first-person adventure horror, and it's been in development for a long time, from what I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it looks interesting, but I got my hopes so high. I was like, "Oh my god, we're getting like a Prometheus Alien game," and that was
badass. The last game we're going to talk about is Second Extinction. It's a dinosaur exploding game, I guess, where you team up with some friends and go kill some dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs have like elemental powers too, so they fight back for the animal lovers out there.
The game looks shitty as hell.
Oh, are you serious?
I think it looked terrible. It looked definitely like not good. I don't know. Like,
you know what I really hate about it? You know what I really hate is the logo. The logo is
What's
so
the
bad.
Logo?
If you look on the trailer, it's on the trailer. It's like
oh yeah, no, it looks like Duke Nukem.
Yeah, like something
forever.
you'd see like early 2000s, like PS2. We just put this together in Photoshop. We got this sweet font.
Yeah, I mean, it might be fun, but I don't know. I didn't get good vibes from the trailer.
Everyone just wants a good multiplayer game to play with their friends.
Yeah, especially now.
But this isn't coming out for a while, so that's all we'll talk about, really, for the Xbox.
We're not going to talk about the world premiere gameplay trailer of Assassin's Creed Valhalla that showed no gameplay.
Oh, did I skip that?
Did it not show gameplay? That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they were like, "Stay tuned." Like they said it at the beginning. They were like, "Stay tuned to the end for Assassin's Creed Valhalla gameplay." And it's like kind of gameplay because it's like in-game cutscenes and like super cinematic versions of like the assassin killing people. But everybody, like the trailer on YouTube has a big like dislike to like ratio, like way more dislikes. And everyone's like, "Where's the gameplay?" Because they were like, "Here it comes," and it just was not gameplay.
Yeah, that was. I checked out. I checked out when I wasn't seeing. I wasn't seeing what I wanted to. Honestly, what they're gonna do, and they always do this with Assassin's Creed games, is they just put so many details out that I get over it. I feel like I already know the whole game after they've talked about everything, talked about the main protagonist to death. That's why I didn't play Odyssey, because I didn't give a shit after they explained everything.
Dude, all they had to do was say there's a new Assassin's Creed game, and I was sold. Yeah. Because Odyssey and Origins are so good, dude. Odyssey, oh my god.
Is that good?
Odyssey, I loved Assassin's Creed back in the day. With like Assassin's Creed 1, all the Ezio games. But then after Assassin's Creed
2 is the best.
Assassin's Creed 4, dude. Assassin's Creed 4 is where it's
at. Dude. Assassin's Creed 2 is so good. Because that's when they're
good.
I mean, whatever happened, because I checked out after 4, or Black Sails or whatever.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Yeah, I checked out.
Dude, everybody checked out because the games got terrible. They were so bad. Like there were like 3 or 4 of those games that are just like boring and terrible. And then they completely like rebooted the series with Origins. And I have a lot of friends that are like, this isn't Assassin's Creed. Where's the stealth killing? Where's the robes? You know? And it's like, yeah, it's like not really Assassin's Creed, but I think Origins and Odyssey are better than any of the other Assassin's Creed games.
Whatever happened to like the going back in time or forward in time or reading someone's head? Do they still?
That's still what it is. Yeah.
Really?
I think. Yeah. No. Yeah, because there's at least so for Origins and Odyssey, they had the same. There was like a new present day character. I don't remember what her name was. But yeah, it's still the same thing where there's a few things in the present day and she goes into the Animus and there's the Templars are trying to kill her. But it spends literally like 2% or 1% of the game on that to the point where like, I don't even remember what her name was, you know, because it was so unimportant. Like I can picture her in my head because she's only there in the beginning and then at like the very end. But dude, I don't know, dude. Odyssey and Origins are so good. Okay. And so the fact that Valhalla is like the same kind of engine and the same gameplay style, I'm sold. I put over 100 hours into Odyssey. I platinumed it on PlayStation. I like almost.
I'm excited for like dungeons or castle sieges. I really like the idea of kind of planning out something and executing it. Mm-hmm. Like what was that stupid show that was on HBO that everyone likes? The Dragons. Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Why did you forget the name Game of Thrones?
Because I've read 15 articles today, you guys.
Okay, that's very fair.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's like anything like that where you're like kind of like creeping up on a castle wall and kind of planning out and taking the castle down, I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah. I'm not particularly excited about the setting because, like, I don't know, I've never been a big Vikings guy.
I'm a huge Vikings fan, but I'm not that excited about Assassin's Creed. So together we make one complete fan.
I really like Vikings too. I like the Vikings.
I'm just excited to see what it is because, like I said, I loved Odyssey so much. Even the story, like I really loved the story in that game. All the DLC was amazing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Ubisoft shill.
I don't like. Does it change whether you're a man or a woman?
The story is like the same. It's just, you know, they have a different voice actor and stuff, obviously.
Okay.
And I think the names are like slightly different.
Well, that's what I liked about the first ones is that I could say Ezio and you know who I'm talking about. But if it was a woman, who would I say? You know, that's why I thought Syndicate was a good idea because you can choose like different characters and still encounter them. Was that something you could do in Syndicate?
Right. In Syndicate, I played a little bit of it, but depending on the level, you could play. I don't remember the guy's name, but I remember the girl assassin's name was Evie and something. But you could pick between them on some missions. Like some missions were only the girl, and some missions were only the guy, and then other missions you could like pick, and they had like different specializations. I don't remember exactly, but
just I mean, like Trauma Team. Trauma Center. The joke died. Damn it.
Just like Trauma Center.
Yeah, New Blood let you switch between 2 doctors.
So yeah, in Odyssey, it's similar. Well, not similar. You pick a different gender at the beginning, but like you said, yeah, it doesn't really have a face. Though actually, in Odyssey, according to the developers, the canon assassin is the female one.
Oh, okay.
So, actually, what happens in that story is this is mild plot spoilers, but it happens early on. You choose one of the assassins, and then in their like the other character is their sibling, but they like die early on, like as like a baby, they die. But then it finds out that the villain actually like saved them right before they died, and so they're like the main villain. So if you choose the girl assassin, then the guy is the main villain, or vice versa. So no matter who you choose, the other one is also in the story.
That sounds like a huge spoiler.
Yeah,
it's like very early on.
Oh, so they explain it like right away.
Well, it's I say early on, but it's like within the first like 20 hours or so. But that game's like ginormous, you know. So I say within the first 20 hours, but it takes you like 80 hours to like beat the game. So like most of the game,
if you haven't played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I don't think you will. So
Yeah.
That's also a good point. Yeah, I won't.
And ain't nobody going back to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey in 2021.
No one's starting up in bed and going, wait a minute, I forgot to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's the Xbox show, and that's also our show. So, do you guys have anything else to say? Closing statements?
I don't know. I thought it was a little underwhelming, I guess.
I literally slept through it.
Oh, the presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Because when they said it, they were like the first look at games coming to Xbox, and I was like, awesome. Like, we're going to see Xbox
Halo.
exclusives. And then they immediately at the beginning, they were like, come back in July for that. And I was like, oh, okay. But it was fine, I guess. Some of the games look cool. Like, I was excited about Yakuza. That might be about it.
That was interesting. I'm glad Sega's working with other publishers or companies. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's the Noisy Pixel podcast. Thank you for listening. If you want to connect with us, you can add Noisy Pixel News on all social networks. Follow us, message us, do whatever. We'll usually respond because we have nothing better to do. If you need to talk to me, you can find me on Twitter at Azario Says. You can find Jake at
J Yoder 1624.
You could find Madison at
That's in 0.
And there you go. Thank you guys. Have a good week.
Bye guys.